Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Spring 2026 Super League Wildcard round. Yes, I said spring. Yes, I'm aware it's August. We don't talk about it. This is the second match in this matchup, and it's been probably a week since I recorded the first match. Hopefully, some of you will have seen the recent video I did on the channel where I explained why I haven't been doing much. And I'll be honest with you, coming back and doing this first game, etc., didn't help at all. I am in a real bad place with casting Blood Bowl. I need to do something. So as you can see, this is a Pro Elf Mirror, Beltroniko versus ToastGuy. It's the second match, and if I recall correctly, ToastGuy won the first one. Crap, I'm gonna have to go and look. Hang on. Hello. Oh, hello. That was me. Yes, ToastGuy won the first one, so he just needs a draw here. Which is very difficult for Beltroniko, as it's incredibly hard to stop Pro Elf scoring. So, I've been having trouble. Between not being well due to the heat coming and going and fucking with my condition, that hasn't made my mood any better. I'm having a lot of trouble. I'm having a bit of a Blood Bowl existential crisis. I am struggling genuinely with the idea, or with the truism that too many people don't give a crap about being any good at Blood Bowl. And it's not like they have to, right? I'm not the boss of Blood Bowl. It just, my brain just can't seem to get it. Like, it's a competitive game that you play against other humans, and it takes an hour. In real life, it takes like 2 hours. It feels built in that you should care if you win. And yet, does not seem to be the case. And this is not other people's problem. This is mine. I just don't get it. And the knock-on effect of that, of course, is because all I do is bang on about how you should be better at Blood Bowl. If you're not interested in that, you're not interested in me. So it's hard for me to grow the community and grow the channel when that is my USP, and it's not very welcome. This is not me being ungrateful. I'm very grateful for all the people who do enjoy this kind of content. But it's very annoying that I put out like an hour video, hour and a half video of explaining how to play Blood Bowl. Some of the videos have like at length one turn explanations or Daka explanations and other things. And then I put out a video of just talking bollocks about the Blood Bowl 3 icons for 20 minutes. And one of them is 3 times as popular as the other. USP is UK. Americans don't say USP. I guess for Americans out there, USP means unique selling point. It's not quite unique. Jim does similar stuff, but doesn't go as heavily into it because he's doing the games live and he's trying to be more mainstream because he wants to continue to be the official caster. Whereas because I don't have anyone I'm beholden to, I can just say something's crap when it's crap. But yeah, it's very frustrating because this is the actual content I want to do. I mean, technically, a video that I just put out for members' channel. Sorry, that's not a plug for members, but it is something I did. I put out a video for members only. That's more the content I want to do, like more in depth about particular strategies. Um, and the members, obviously, because they're into this content, really like that video. But there's not enough people who are interested in that video to just be pumping out members only videos like that. So more general videos are needed. And I don't know how to make this more palatable. Like, I can't do it. Like, I can fake it, but I just can't do it. So I'm having like a bit of an existential crisis, right? I don't know how to, when I cast a game, I don't know how to cast a game without talking about what's right and wrong. There was a guy who used to cast the Blood Bowl 2 games called VGP, and he was very, very good at what I'm talking about, which was just making a game fun to watch while giving basically no information other than what was already on the screen. I know that sounds like I'm insulting him. I can assure you I'm not. I loved VGP. Like, all he was really doing was describing what was happening. Every single thing that came out of his mouth, you could tell by just looking at the screen. But because he had a cool voice and a very enthusiastic manner, it made watching his casts enjoyable. I can't do it. I can do it. I'm not going to do it. Like, cause it's fake for me. If I do it, it's fake. That's not me. I don't like pretending. So what I'm struggling with is the simple fact that this is not going to get as many views as I would hope. Not for money purposes or anything like that. It's literally just I put the effort in, and then it's sad to me that there isn't enough of an audience amongst the tens of thousands of Blood Bowl players for videos that make them better at Blood Bowl. I mean, that's just saying it out loud just made me angry. Literally just saying it out loud right then. I had to pause because I was just annoyed. I like, it genuinely annoys me that I'm in a hobby where not enough people give a crap. Even professional, even like, players who spend an insane amount of money, who represent their country, travel around the world, talk about it like they care, don't care. They don't put in the practice. They don't listen to better players. That's not what it's really about. They just don't care. So, yeah, that's it. Sorry for that. What was that? Like 7 minute rant. I was thinking about making a video about it, but I just made a video about why I was gone. I don't want to make a video about why I'm desperately trying to stay. So I just thought I'd dump it at the start of this video. So I'm going to keep trying. And maybe just putting stuff out more regularly will help. There's a little bump in numbers will make me feel better. Like, I'm very aware, same as my stream, right? I used to be genuinely a few years ago most popular stream in Blood Bowl, and I was this then. It's not like I changed and people left. It was because I became less and less enamored of Blood Bowl, and therefore I streamed it less and less frequently. So I would take breaks from playing Blood Bowl. I would play Call of Duty. I would play nothing. And once you become that person who just shows up every now and again, lots of people just unfollow or leave, aren't particularly interested. They want to be part of a more regular scheduled community, like Devo and Paige, who was streaming very regularly, or Rick, who became the top streamer after me. So maybe some kind of regularly scheduled programming will help as well. Hopefully. Anyway, let's get on with this game. And this game is a very good test of what I'm talking about because the first game made me abjectly miserable. It was shit. And it's very, very hard to watch a Super League wildcard game, meaning they got through not only did they qualify for Super League, they then got through the group stage of Super League, and they still are bad. Like, that is a struggle for me to not just be miserable about. So hopefully this game's a little better, and hopefully I can stomach it better. No reason to have a closed LOS here. So I got to press pause. I was about to say, firstly, this is an anti-blitz defense, so it's good. It's not don't have it. There's just no reason to have a center closed LOS. It doesn't ask any questions, right? This is the most basic bitch of basic bitch setups. It's rule of 5 with a center closed LOS. This is basically how the AI would set up. It doesn't ask any questions of your opponent. Like, now he's got a blitz. Look, all of his players are central. If the ball had gone here or here, none of his, like, he hasn't got multiple players off to one side to do like a one dice and come down and get under the ball. They're all dead center. And he could have made a different thing to push through if he'd had maybe even an offset closed LOS. Or if he'd had a completely split LOS. You can't make this shape, which is a standard anti-blitz defense, with a split LOS, right? Because that doesn't have an assist, that doesn't have an assist. So ask some questions with your setup. Force him to think about something that is not normal for him. Any thinking you force your opponent to do is an opportunity for your opponent to screw up. So for Pro Elves here, while I don't hate the rule of 5, because he has got 5 players he doesn't particularly want to hit, I would say that it's probably better to do a 3-4-4 with either an offset LOS or a split LOS. I don't know which of these I would use as the 4. Probably this block catcher, because the wrestle catcher is a sack piece. So this block catcher. So you could do cups on the outside. Or you can just do 3-4-4. Like, you know, with 4 here and 4 spread, but then that allows you to spread out to the sides more. So if this blitz had gone in this area or this area, you had more movement after you come around the side and hit him. The ball didn't go there, so this blitz should just be about hitting someone. I would, like, you could go for damage, right, and blitz one of the catchers, but he's got dodge. That turns into 55%, so I would absolutely blitz this guy. Because one of the reasons to blitz this guy is simply that you can then fill these 2 squares. And this guy doesn't have a 2 dice block at all. So if you fill these 2 squares, and then you bring this blitzer down, and a player down to here, and fill these squares, then the odds of him getting a full POW are only 30%. If he wrestles, he goes down. He's not an assist. So you can... you could also put this blitzer out there on the wing and put 2 players here, because there's no assist squares for them then. And it means that there's no easy 2 dice block at all for the blue team. So that's probably what I would do. I would put a player there and blitz him after I've put 3 players there, with him on the outside and 2 players here. And there's just no easy 2 dice block. He has to open with either dodges or a 1D or a block on a blodge stepper. So that's how you use this blitz to put pressure on. What I don't want to see is him just blitzing one of these catchers and hoping for damage. That is lame. And he's bullying the wrong side. He should have bullied this side. The reason to bully this side and... Oh, wait, hang on. That's an assist. He's going to blitz this catcher. God damn it. The reason to bully this side is because if you don't bully this wrestler, this is 2 dice and this is 2 dice. So he gets two 2-dice blocks. And then he can blitz this lino. To still hit the entire LOS. And he doesn't get a POW. He would have got a Mighty Blow POW on this lino. So he wastes his blitz. And now, look at this. Just look at it. This is a 2-dice block. And that leaves that as a 2-dice block. And then this is a 2-dice blitz. So he gets to hit all 3 of the LOS with 2-dice blocks. No questions asked. You got to ask questions. You got to put pressure on. You just got the best possible kickoff result, and you pissed it up against a wall. Hang on, I haven't got the I haven't got the UI up because I hadn't done anything yet. They would just watch this block again. And unfortunately, he immediately gets a 1 in 9. 1 dice split. Okay, look. Beltroniko, man. Firstly, I understand if you want a 1 dice blitz. Why are we 1 dice blitzing with a wrestler? That's a 3+, not a 2+, as it would be with a block piece. Because you don't want your wrestler going down there. Secondly, why have we not moved these players? If we're doing a 1 dice. That's a 1 in 36. We haven't moved these players. We have a problem on this side. We haven't double screened with the ball on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could have ended up with 2 blodge steppers on the ball. Probably not, because he wouldn't move the dodges, but you know what I mean. Like, we could end up with these catchers. Oh no, it's worse. It's worse than I thought. These catchers can reach the ball. Oh no, they can't. My bad. They can also just reach there. But we could end up with numerous tackle zones on the ball if this is a 1 in 36. So these should have moved. So this is what I mean, right? Round about now is where I lose interest in the game, like, naturally. Because I want to watch people and not have to consistently point out the things that they do wrong. Like, it's really annoying to me that I have a weird reputation as someone who thinks everyone is shit and just wants to shit on everything, when it's literally the exact opposite. This makes me miserable. This is why I have existential crisis about Blood Bowl. Like, because I don't know what to say about this stuff. That's obviously bad. And I don't get how someone who's played as many games as Beltroniko, who does play tabletop, who plays NAF online, he runs tournaments, doesn't know that that's bad. And hasn't learned that that's bad. Beltroniko, by the way, great guy on Fumble. None of this is ever personal. Nothing to do with him. It's just to do with Blood Bowl. So, terrible dice. And not good play. Should have already moved, right? Should have already double screened. This catcher should be there. This blitzer should be there. This guy should be here. Absolutely everything double screened. Then we go for the pickup. Then we go for the dodge. Because if the pickup fails, you don't have to re-roll it because you've double screened and there's guaranteed to be a tackle zone on the ball. And then if you do make the pickup, if you fail this dodge, you're not going to re-roll it. So that's the correct ordering. It's like, it's an objective fact. This could have gone there, by the way, and then the blodge step blitzer could have gone where this catcher is. No, just no, obviously. That's not good enough, is it? He doesn't have block. He doesn't even have dodge. That is a 2+ to go past him and down here. That's obviously not good enough. That's just a giant flat shape. Okay, so now this just depends on how aggressive ToastGuy wants to be. He's got 4 rerolls, which is an aggressive build for a team. So we can just one dice him here and then put players in the backfield, especially this blitzer, who can come around. And now the ball has to be protected. I would be aggressive here. Against the play I just saw, I would immediately be aggressive. I would one dice him after I move these catches around the back. And then I've got 4 players in the backfield filling up squares. Every square means that they're protecting the 8 squares around it. One of them has to be blitzed to be removed. But instead, we're just doing a crappy blitz over here. Because it's a block into getting another block, but it doesn't put any pressure at all. Worse than that, it's a block into a block with wrestle. It's not even, like, good. And it just exposes this catcher for no pressure. So there's no reward. I guess it's going to go expose a different catcher if he's going to do the others, right? But he's standing in the wrong square. Like, he's not going to dodge a dodgeless player through, hopefully. So you got to go round your own player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like, he's just taking up the same square as him. Can't get anywhere. Amazing. Totally pointless. So 2 catches completely exposed to getting punched. Worse, he set it up in a way where he can get... Oh, okay. Never mind, just rolls immediately a murder. And then gets sent off. But it's a good swap. He's got bench too. So he's removed a dodge piece for his sneaky git. I guess he's fine with that. So this should be a blitz. Wait, can he reach? Oh, none of these are catches. Okay, maybe not then. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh, he has to do a dodge to do it. But I guess I would have done it. I'd have made the ball safe. And I would have put an assist in there and done the blitz by cutting the corner. And then when you block here with 2 dice, you chain him down there into a 2 dice extra block. Because then I get to block both catches. It's a little bit, iffy. But I would still have done it. Because getting 2 blocks instead of 1 is just delightful. And he's just blitzing a catcher. Does get a POW at least. But no armor. One, two, three, four. So the Mighty Blow's just going to blitz him, right? While he sets up it. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I thought that's what was going to happen, because... But now he's filled that square. Oh, can he still make it? Okay, never mind. He can still make it. Because this guy didn't protect him. If you go back and look... This blitz, he could protect this player, right? So he can go there. And that protects this player from the obvious blitz. But he just doesn't bother. Just leaves him hanging out. Just stops doing safe. Like, just literally stops doing safe moves first. Does he want to stand everyone in these squares? Let's find out. Just him, it seems. Okay, so these two could have already been there. So all of them could have already been there. It was literally just this guy waiting for the blitz. Gets the POW on the catcher again. Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is just inviting a ball base. That's the... he's blitzed from the wrong square, hasn't he? Come on, man. Why have you blitzed from that square? If you blitz from that angle, you push him out of the way, you can still base the ball, and you get multiple follow-up blocks. Because you blitz from this square, you don't get anything now. Someone, for the love of God, tell me I'm not crazy, right? That's obviously better what I just described, right? Obviously, the point of blitzing that player is to base the ball, to put the sidestepper on the ball, force a 1 in 36. So he's blitzed from the square, that means that can't do it. This hanging this guy out is awful. I hope this guy dies. Just a stun. And weirdly, he's not doing it again. This is incredibly passive defense. A Mighty Blow is not having a day. And that right there, that dodgeless dodge, would have to been re-rolled. Because if he fails that dodge, not only taking an armor break on him, but he blitzes him and he just gets the all of this space. He gets to just move up the sideline. And then he has to run back all the way up there. I mean, you still do that. You just get a little bit less of the space now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you put the 2 sidesteppers there. I don't hate that at all. And then we just move the cage to the center and dodge him out last action. Now it just feels like he's blitzing him, which is boring. He should still put these sidesteppers out in front. Was he going to... Oh, okay. He can dodge through this gate. Nice. Okay. So we did something. I also like where he ended up. He didn't end up, you know, where he could push him into pinball 1,000 blocks. He's gone straight up there. He can't be pushed into a secondary block. And now, I don't know what you do. Like, this wasn't a good defensive shape. He's allowed 2 players for an easy breakaway play. Now you have to reverse course and defend much deeper in your own half. Mighty Blow finally does something. Of course, it's not a KO or a stun. It's just a death. And full pows the Blodger too. Who's also KO'd. So an incredible turn of luck for ToastGuy. Negating his bad defense. In fact, this is ridiculously bad defense, isn't it? This is just giving up everything. These all go around here now. This is the blitz, I guess. No, not that direction. Not that. Come on, man. Why would you? You've got... Why on earth would you blitz in that direction? That ball is not safe. That cage is based. Can you not see that? This is a cage corner. This is a dude from the other team. And of course, gets a reroll on it. I'm swinging back and forth. Every time they screw something up, I want the other guy to win. So this is a 1D on the ball. It doesn't have block, so it's not a 6+, it's a 5+. That's interesting that he didn't blitz with him. I would very much have considered blitzing with him. And he skulls out. I mean, that right there is the reason I would have considered blitzing with him. Yes, of course, you could kill your own mighty blow, which is awful. But also, he's more likely to survive a skull. And somehow, this has just completely got away with it. There's a KO into an Apo. One in 36 will X-cage the ball here. Okay, ball is in an X-cage. We do get another POW. And then the 1 in 9 means that only the back square is a 5+. I don't know why we didn't do the rushes there to negate the back square. I guess we could just come round and blitz in front, but there's 3 rerolls to do this, so this feels like a score has happened now. Nope, he is going for it. Wow, okay. That was a lot of failure. Failed the rush, failed the dodge again. Gets the POWs. Kill his mighty blow? Doesn't even kill his mighty blow. Casual snake. Burns the snake, though. You'll take the snake on that armor roll over the snake on the score, wouldn't you? What I should do, was there a scoring threat for the... So if we're going to go for that dive, knowing that there's a 2+ to score, we should have put a scoring threat in. That guy should have been a scoring threat. Just in case he snaked the score. Yeah, sorry. I'm responding to something. Sorry about that, everyone. I got squirreled. So we get the one turn. We don't have a proper defense for it. So that makes this a lot easier. But we do have the usual double sidestep problem to deal with. And you might wonder why it's a problem when you've got, like, you know, 2 dice with wrestle. The problem is pushes screw you. A POW can screw you. But probably the only real way to do it is to wrestle this guy down and blitz him in there, and then do the one turn this way and push him to this square and dodge that through this, which is now easier because there's no player there or there. I would probably argue, in fact, that that means that one of these should have moved. Not certain how easy it is to get a player to what these squares. I don't think it's easy at all. So I think this guy could have gone there. I don't think it... Like, if you imagine using this is the only guy you can use, right? If you knock him down, you are blitzing him into this square, and then either pushing the catcher this direction or this direction. It's almost impossible to push him to dodge through this square. So I think I'll have a look at this for a video, possibly. I think if you have one less player for this particular setup, this guy should be there. I think. Gut feeling, I think it's much harder to push a catcher through there. But it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not going over it 100 times. I just, gut feeling, I think that's probably better. Feel free to do that yourself. You want some homework? Bust out Blood Board and go have a look. High kick. Oh, not only was that in the crowd, it could have gone in the crowd, but he had a high kick and he didn't even catch it. And he does not get... Why hasn't this guy got dodge? Okay. So very, very clearly, this guy should have dodge. Because if you get pushes there, this guy has to dodge and do this block. Why the hell hasn't he got dodge? That should be this catcher. Or, again, this blitzer, because of his ability to survive failed actions. Oh, okay. Threw it to him. I don't know why he threw it to him. So there was the reroll. The reroll was burnt on the dodge. Just saying, if he had dodge, he'd still have a reroll. Like, I'm not even a big one-turner or anything. I say this every time. And this just all seems like really basic shit. I don't know why he threw to him. This guy's not doing anything. Couldn't he have thrown to him? This is a 3+. He could have done 2 pluses and 2 pluses. Where are you going? What? No. Someone needs to be in there, don't they? Okay, hang on. So if he'd have gone in there, this block knocks him to there. And then someone goes in this square. And then this diagonal block, because these two are full, chains him from this square through this guy's square to there. And chains him sideways. And now this guy can take a block forward. No one needs to dodge into this square. Let's see how that works out for him after this. Oh, look, he's dodging into a square that he didn't need to do. This is just outrageously bad, right? Wow. Blood Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Blood Bowl. Right. Let's try and make something out of this, shall we? So, let's talk about what we did here. So, we'll ignore that, because it was kind of irrelevant. We'll talk about what he did from this point on. So, first up, we have a 2+ pickup. And that was a 3+ pass. I'm playing the thing to get what we're doing. So 2+ pickup. Three plus pass with pass. New player. 2+ catch with catch. Because he's got nerves of steel. Right. New player. Next up, he did a 4+ dodge. Without dodge. And then a 2 dice block. With only 2 successes. Because he needed a push. New player. Then he did another 4+ dodge with dodge. New player. A 3 dice block with 2 successes because he needed a push. New player. A 2 dice block. Needing a push. And new player. A 2 dice block with 4 successes. New player with dodge needed a 3+, 2+, and then 2 rushes. So his touchdown was 10%, pretty much spot on 10%, 10.1%. I'm going to write that in chat to remind myself, because I want to see whether mine was better. So first things first, most of it's the same, right? But I don't do the passes. So let's do this. I'm bored. I want to actually learn some Blood Bowl. Elven Union versus Elven Union. Get rid of the ball. Blitzer. Ugh, get rid of tackle zones. Blitzer, Lino. And then nothing else matters who they are. They can all be Linos. Doesn't matter. He did this. And then how many catches does Blue have? We'll go with 2. Catcher. Thrower. Blitzer. And then 6 Linos. So, in my eyes, catcher has to score. So he's there. And then a catcher has dodge. Oh, there's a blitzer with dodge, isn't there? The blitzer with dodge goes here. We've got a wrestler there to take the block. That's an assist. The other catcher is a relay in case of a deep kick. We got a blitzer here. Lino here. Lino here. Lino here. And Lino here? Yeah. Right. So, first things first, we take this block. It's a failure. So now we have dodge for this block, right? So our first player has dodge for a 4+ dodge into a 2 dice block with 2 successes. So that's our first action. He dodges in there and does that. So this is not a 3 dice because he had to go back here. I would have done a 2 dice throw to him, a 2+ throw to him. So that gives me a 2+, oh, new player, a 2+ pickup, and a 2+ pass with pass. New player, a 2+ catch with catch. New player. Oops. So now, because we're going to try and push into this square, this Lino can go there. And we take a 2 dice block, not a 3 dice block. This is what might make the difference. This is a 2 dice block. So he goes there. He goes there. And he follows. That's not a 2 dice block. If I move someone, I've just found an issue. If I move a player to here, I can't make this a 2 dice block. Okay, there's the problem. This is only a 2 dice block because of him. Let's work this out. This player comes to fill that square and hands off. So that's a 2+ catch with catch. New player. So now if we take this block, I can't chain him into the square I want to chain him into. If I put you there, can I do that? No, you have to take the block. Yeah, this isn't this would only work if the throw wasn't deep. Look, if he moves round there, which is the good play, that's a 1 dice. There's no way that's going to end up being better. Because it needs to be a push. So I think you do have to push to this square. Which is a bit of a problem. Well, now I want to try and do it a different way, because I don't want to do what he did. There's got to be better than 10% for this. Oh, can you chain? No, because then he pushes him to there. Because he does that, and now there's no way to get the block, so that doesn't work. Wow. Doing it this way, you cannot chain him out into the corner. Oh, wait, can you do this? Do the handoff from there? No, still doesn't work. Because if he goes there, we still can't block in the right angle, can we? He can't block. There's still this empty square. So yeah, using this guy pushing this direction does end up with needing the 4+ dodge. I mean, the other stuff is still better. It's still better to do the 2+ handoff instead of that, but that's going to just add a tiny, miserable percentage. Like, you might change the 10 to 12 or 15. It's still better, but I was hoping for something better. Like, Pro Elves should have a better one than that. Thank you for the raid, Hobby Collab. We're just working out a 1 turn at the moment. Well, sort of. Hmm. So obviously that has to be there and that has to be there. Does the catcher have to be there? Ooh, that's an interesting thought. Can you do this? Wait. Yeah, he was there. So that's how that would end up, right? Can you do this and chain him that way? No, this square isn't full. So if this square was full, I guess with you can chain there now. That's not helpful, surely. I think I've just made it worse. Yeah, that's worse, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, it's worse. I can fill the squares, but not in a way that's useful. Because I still haven't filled this square here. That was interesting, though. Let me have a look at that again. So he's taken the block originally. And he's now taking a blitz. And this is how we end up. But do I want... Can I do anything with the catcher? Oops. And there. Oh, these are all in the wrong squares. That's why. So obviously I need that filled. Otherwise this just doesn't work, right? Oh, wait, does it? That worked. Okay. Did I just solve that? Did anyone see what I just did then? Did I just solve that? So, that block happened there. This dodge happens with dodge, and it comes in there, and we follow. And then this is a 2-dice block needing a push, and you don't chain the ball forward with it. You just... Nope, nope, these are in the wrong squares again. You just follow there. So you've pushed the lino forward. And then this block goes there. And this block pushes him to there. And he goes there. And then this lino that you pushed forward blocks him to there. That might be better. It was one extra block, but it didn't require a 4+ dodge, so that rules out the extra block. Doesn't require a 3+ dodge to get away, just a 2. That's better, isn't it? Four plus dodge, 2-dice block, done. Pass, catch, etc. Done. So that's all done. And then it's new player, 2-dice block needing a push. New player, 2-dice block needing a push. New player, 2-dice block needing a push. Hang on, how many? So 1 for the push him forward, 2 pushing him to there, and then 2-dice block needing 4. And then new player with dodge needing a 2+ dodge and 2 rushes. That's 17%. That's considerably better. That's the kind of increase I was looking for. It took me ages, but that's because I don't play Pro Elves and I don't do these one turns. Much easier to do if you play the team in question, because you should have practice at it, and you should be looking for the kind of push the outside one turns. 7% increase is considerably better. 1.7 times as likely to work. There we go. That wasn't worthless. I'll remember that now. See, that's the thing, right? Even though it just took me ages to work it out, you only have to work it out once. And in the future, you recognize similar situations and you use similar solutions. Makes it a lot easier. But he hits his 10% one turn, which basically wins him both the game and the matchup. Because all he needs to do now is score, right? He can just bang in a 2-turn. He only needs a draw. So what should happen here from ToastGuy is a total anti-blitz defense. It won't, but it should. Because he's basically won, right? At this point, all he really needs to do is score to win the matchup and go through to the quarterfinals. So one of the very few things that can go wrong here is he gets blitzed on. And that is a Daka fan. You don't do a Daka fan when you're doing a total anti-blitz setup. You do columns. These two should be there. And these two should be there. Total columns across the board. That's what you do right now. But he gets a high kick, not a blitz. I mean, at this point, I don't blame him for this. Just force dice rolls, maybe 1 in 36s will happen. Instead, of course, he just full pows a Roger instantly. That was weird. Oh! Well, he almost got his wish. Oh, wait! He did get his wish! Just one action too late. Right, can he do anything about this? Maybe? Not really, no. He can put pressure on. Let's go with that. He can ramp up the pressure considerably. And of course, he can absolutely in no way hurt anything. And immediately burn a reroll on a 1 in 9. This is a miserable thing, isn't it? Why isn't he blocking with him? All he had to do was block with him. He wouldn't have burnt a reroll. Now you're just pushing into other blockless blocks. Got a stun. Oh. How will ToastGuy ever financially recover from that singular stun? What an absolute dicing. Can't believe ToastGuy lost the game that much. Oh no. Well, that was pretty terrible, wasn't it? Assuming he wouldn't 1 in 36 again. Still invulnerable. Alright, we have to just keep ramping the pressure up here. We have to just keep putting pressure on the cage, forcing these dodges, completely failing to roll POWs. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, that's not where he goes, obviously. He goes round the side. Okay, well, that was bizarre. Why are all three of these basing here? Why didn't this one come around the side? Force everyone to go this way, and then you know that's where they're going, and you can therefore prep. By at least putting one player in the way. Another full POW. And removes him. So there we go. That was his Saka, so that's gone. And doesn't remove himself with the exact same roll. Just a not well played turn from Beltroniko. Did not put the pressure on that he should have done. Can't roll a POW. That's probably the end of it. Still can't roll a POW. Finally rolls a POW. Gets a stun. It's not nothing. And then 1 in 9s. Amazing. Alright. Little bit better this turn, but is obviously just giving up quite a lot of space in the center here. He can just move back. Remember, ToastGuy can just hang on to the ball. Doesn't need to do anything. Just needs to not get sacked. And he's removed Beltroniko's sacker. There's the other sacker over there. Gets to chain him onto the cage here. Okay, I don't know. So, right. So while that's not wrong, he could have chained him to there, tagged here, and taken the 1 dice here, right? Because that's a 2+, and this is a 3+. Actually, it's not even a 3+. How are you sacking the ball here? If you knock him to there, how'd you get to there? Yeah, okay, you fucked that up. The chain pushes him to there. Someone tags here. He does a 1 dice here. And even on a push, he can push there and follow because he sidestep. And then you go for the 1 dice 6+. I guess if you wanted to, you could have put the catcher there. And if you get the 1 dice there and it's a POW, you can do the dodges and the rushes to come around the back and make this a 2 dice blitz. You are getting your throw a surf no matter what, but at that point, what are you going to do? You got to turn him over. But this was rubbish, isn't it? This is just silly. Not even worth the 1 dice, is it? What's the point of that 1 dice? Not even worth the risk. Why wouldn't you just do this first in that case? Okay, bringing the wrestler back's pretty good. Not a POW. Not a 1 in 9. With the ball basically exposed. Alright. So now it's up to Belt whether he goes for it. He has to turn him over. It's turn 14. He doesn't have a lot of time left. There's the wrestler. Does he roll a 5+5+? Or does he once again just cage the cage and hope the ToastGuy snakes? Makes the 5. Gets the POW. Let's go. Let's go. He says, watching the other guy catch the ball. But that could happen, and so that's the right turn. Now you got to hope that he snakes again. Not even close. Or snakes again. Not even close. Or snakes again. Not even close. Or again. Not even close. Rolled a 4, 2 5s, and a 6. So now you gotta do it all again. Oh, or not. I guess we wait until turn 16. Well, that's not going to affect that catcher, is it? Not really much point in marking him. Oh. Finally got a Kaz. Okay, now he marks him with that. Isn't this just a... He hasn't based anything or done anything. He's just gonna... not snake again, I guess. Didn't snake. This is the joy of being able to live with a draw and still win. Six plus. Nope. And there we go. That rather mediocre outing puts ToastGuy into the quarterfinals. I'm sorry, I tried, I failed. I could not stay positive. That was not very good, and it depresses me. At least I tried to make something out of it with the one turn. Like, at least I get my own one turn knowledge up. Gonna need to come up with a name for the idea of pushing the catcher outside the walls. Could call it the M&M one turn or the Trailer Park Girls. I don't know. It's gonna have to be something to do with that, isn't it? Anyway, we will see you in the next game. I'll keep trying. I'll keep plugging away. I will keep thinking about what I can do to get out of the funk. And hopefully most of you are still there if I manage it. See you next game.